'Tis the time of the year. Are you excited, Gilly? No, Gilly's not excited, but this is the big tree. We've seen this every year now for 5 years, I believe. I don't remember what tree this is, but I'll put it in the description for you. Oh, that's not the decor yet. And this is my favorite tree from Walmart. I think I paid literally under $40 for it, and the little topper. Yep, getting everything ready for Vlogmas Day 1. I'm going to try to really keep up with it this year. And I will continue to update you. I'm not going to bore you to death on the decorating. When I first started my channel, I used to share a lot of recipes. Most of my recipes would be to feed a family of 4, which was my 2 daughters and myself and my husband, for right around $10. I used to do this all the time. If you go back on my channel in my old house, I have so many affordable recipes because I grew up very poor. But then I noticed, never necessarily on my videos, but I noticed an influx of people who policed the hell out of you if you didn't cook exactly how they did in their kitchen, in their home, for their family. If you didn't wear gloves, you didn't do it properly. If you didn't season it enough. And I believe that seasoning has kind of gotten out of control as well, you guys. There's nothing wrong with wanting flavorful food. I season my food, but a lot of times that can cause health issues because you are using an immense amount of salt. Now, that getting out of the way, every week I meal prep for my husband and a couple of his coworkers. I have never, ever had any complaints on the way my food tastes. I've never had anyone say they don't like it, if that tells you anything. And I cook cheap and I can cook in bulk. So this was my recipe for a semi-homemade chicken and dumplings. Semi-homemade. Most of my food is semi-homemade. And I'm not trying to be patronizing or rude or, I guess, condescending is the correct word. I'm just saying it gets exhausting having to defend yourself if you don't wear gloves or if you don't use the right seasonings. I wash my hands so much throughout the day. It's ridiculous. I'm a caregiver. I know how to properly wash my hands, and in my opinion, washed hands are sometimes more sanitary than gloves. Now, that getting out of the way, what I end up doing is seasoning your chicken however you feel fit, but remember that there is a lot of sodium in pre-made items, such as can of chicken, cream of chicken, onion soup mix, things like that. I didn't have a whole lot of time, and usually Sundays are very busy, so I have to go to the grocery store, and then I have to start meal prepping. So I started around 12 o'clock this day, didn't finish till, I guess, 6 o'clock. So I did a half a pack of onion soup mix, 2 cans of cream of chicken, season your chicken however you want. I did 2 big breasts, and then chicken broth. And you're going to want to add chicken broth throughout, and this is important. I forgot the Knorr chicken bouillon, but this is very salty, so be careful. But like I said, you can do any seasonings you like and let this cook till the chicken's obviously tender. If it's on high, I recommend 4 hours. If it's on low, 6. Now, this is my chili. This, again, is my chili. This is how I make it quick. This is when I don't have all day to cook it. This is when I don't have time to use my slow cooker. As you can see, it's 130 or 140, and I just wanted to get it done. When it comes to ground beef, I can season it. Now, you need to remember there's a difference between seasoning and seasonings with salt. Garlic powder, onion powder, things like that don't typically have salt in them, chili powder, but something like adobo has a lot of salt. So you just need to be cautious. So I did overload this ground beef because chili really can hold seasoning. So, of course, you want to completely brown your ground beef, or you could do ground turkey, whatever you want. I have no idea why this clip's in here. There it is. I drain that fat. And I just keep mixing it and mixing it and mixing it until all of the ground beef is completely ground out. Now, I do pre-season this meat a little bit, but I do go in later on with a packet of seasoning. I could do it myself. However, it just makes it convenient and easy and cheap. These chili beans, which I used to only use kidney beans, but kidney beans have to be cooked longer than actual chili beans. But I noticed there was a few stray kidney beans in the chili beans, which was fine. But the nice thing about these chili beans is that they are seasoned. Now, I know someone's going to have a fucking heart attack, but yes, excuse my language, I add a can of baked beans. I like it. Every once in a while, I like it. I like a little bit of sweetness. Some people add cinnamon. Some people add brown sugar. I really like it. You can omit anything in my recipes. You can just use it as a base. Do whatever makes you happy. But with those chili beans, you don't need a lot of seasoning. They have so much flavor. And you know what, you guys? If you're like keto or you just don't like beans, you can just do a full meat. You could do turkey and ground beef. You can do anything. You can add corn to this. Sometimes I do like a southwestern one and add corn. Just mix this up, and I let this cook probably not as long as I should, but a couple hours. That way everything gets tender and smells good. Now this is like a kind of like a bolognese. I had about a half a pound of Italian sausage, spicy, and a little piece of ground beef left. So I seasoned this really good. Again, just careful on the salt. A lot of garlic. That's a bunch of minced garlic sitting on top. But we are garlic people. Now, we were eating this for our dinner, and then I was sending whatever was left over for my husband and his coworkers to eat. This goes over well. I like mixing these two meats together. For some reason, they work real well together, and I like it. And I like to do an onion, and then you do whatever your choice of pasta sauce is. So I did 1.5 jars. I think I missed putting in the second jar. I really like the onion, garlic, and tomato, but you could do basil, anything. Oh, and I added Italian seasoning to this. I forgot to tell you that. Italian seasoning has no salt, so you don't have to worry. This is how I pack everything. I have these large containers, and I just pack them. He has a couple coolers that he takes, and then when he gets to his hotel, he has refrigerators. Sometimes they stay in hotels where they have full kitchens, but they are a lot more expensive. So depending on how his job's going, depends on what type of hotel. Usually they either have a microwave and a refrigerator, or sometimes they have a whole kitchenette, which is really convenient because he does enjoy cooking. And I volunteer to do all this. I have no idea why this clip is so long, so we're just going to power through. I volunteer to do this. I don't feel forced. I do it because he's my husband, and to be honest with you, if I didn't, he would eat fast food all week, and that scares me worse than a day of cooking. And sometimes his his cholesterol is high, and he's been on medication for it for a long time, so we finally got that in normal range, so we are going to keep meal prepping. Still don't know why this clip is so long. I am so sorry. Welcome to Vlogmas. No idea what I was thinking, except I was getting tired. So I thought, oh, let me show you me feeding my dog this horrendously disgusting food from Aldi. I don't know what the ingredients are. I'm sure it's beef byproducts. I don't give it to him all the time, but sometimes he really loves it, and it's a guilty pleasure of his. I always Lysol. I Lysol through each step of packing, prepping, but I had to show it because I knew somebody would be grossed out by the wet dog food. I am sorry. Now, this is a bummer here. I usually double this recipe for my Amish dumplings. Don't know if they're actually Amish. That's just what I call them because they're my husband's grandmother's recipe. It's basically dough. So you want to do primarily more flour than this. I guess I didn't realize with Thanksgiving I used as much flour as I did. So usually I would do 2 eggs, probably 3 cups of flour, and then you just gradually, and I mean gradually, add water till it becomes a dough. You do not want to go overboard with the water because it can get, if you don't have enough flour like I did, it can get a problem fast. You know what I'm saying. This is a silicone mat. I don't know where my grandmother got it, but it is a lifesaver for rolling anything out. As you can see, I wanted to save this because it was sticking, and I was really scared that I wasn't going to have enough flour to roll this out. I like to roll it even thinner than I did this night, but I was just panicking here. You can see it starts to stick to this non-stick silicone mat. You guys, I highly recommend buy these. Look on Amazon. Maybe I will try to find it. Actually, I will, and I'll link one. These are so worth it. They keep your countertops clean, and typically they're non-stick. So I just roll this out. I desperately need a new rolling pin. So if you have any suggestions of what type of rolling pin to invest in, I would love to hear it. Pizza cutter. I just cut them into any size and shape. I really don't measure. And then I would roll these in a little extra flour to thicken up my chicken and dumplings. These are the best dumplings. And I recommend turning your crock pot or your stove down to low because they don't take a lot of time to cook. You could definitely overcook these. I think I was talking to you here. You can definitely overcook them. I think I was telling you I didn't have enough flour. And they'll stick to the side of the pan. You could go the easy route and just grab like pre-made dough, like Pillsbury dough, whatever it's called. Here I am shredding up and showing you how tender this chicken was. But you can buy it pre-made. You do not have to make it homemade, but it is so simple and you know exactly what ingredients are going. All you need is egg, flour, and water. I don't know what that was. That was my face. And then you plop them in and you just let them keep cooking. That's it. I definitely would recommend adding a little extra chicken broth if you think you need it. Totally up to you. But this is what I do. And then I let it cook for another at least 30 minutes so I know they're cooked through. Now, when I make my my vegetable soup for you guys one day, I might have the recipe in an old video. I make something called a rat tail. I don't know why the hell it's called that. It's basically a different type of dumpling, kind of like a spätzle, if you've ever had spätzles. And I put them in my vegetable soup. I do a full veggie soup, no meat, and it is fantastic. But I do love these Amish-inspired dumplings. You guys, I'm exhausted watching this. I don't even know how I do this all day. I usually put a podcast. No, sorry, no more podcasts. I am off listening. I am no longer listening to true crime. I listen to audiobooks. That saves my sanity. My husband watches football. He'll every once in a while come in and say, you need help, knowing damn well I don't want his help. I want him to get the hell out of my kitchen. And I continue to just do my thing. I like tinkering. I know that if that makes sense, here I am just checking it. And don't stir those right away. I never should have stirred them. I don't know why I did that. I usually don't stir them, but this is them cooking. I like to tinker. I'm a tinkerer, if that makes sense. So tinkering around in the kitchen, tinkering around the house makes me happy. So this is everything I prepped. I'm going to let you go here now so I don't bore you half to death. But welcome to Vlogmas Day 1 and me prepping a ton of food.
Second and goal and Cook in traffic.
He's freaking snoring.
And he's able to make more out of it than appeared. Tony, they're going to have a third and goal coming up.
It's just amazing how they came in with a direct approach to run this football right at him. 22 attempts.
He could fall asleep anywhere.
And we're only a couple minutes in. I mean, he's on pace for 4.
Welcome to Vlogmas Day 1. I have all of my clips in such different order. But I'm really going to try super hard to keep up with this year. I think last year I was like a major dud. I don't even know if it's popular anymore, but I still want to try. I want to show you guys something so funny. So this is like my roots, you guys. I don't know if you can tell. I'm graying. Do you see those? Oh my gosh. Now I won't keep the gray, but do you see all that gray? You guys, my mom died at 47. So aging for me means something different than some people. Some people look at it as like my husband freaked out when he turned 40. To me, to reach any age is exciting, and different changes in my body is exciting to me. Does that sound weird? It's late. I just got finished cooking, so I started all my meal prep, which you'll see in this video. I know it's gonna be a little boring, but it might help. I am cooking for 2 to 3 people for 3.5 days worth of food. They're men, so the one eats an astronomical amount of food. I started cooking around 1 o'clock. It is now 6:30. I'm done. I just have to pack everything up, let everything cool so I can store it for tomorrow. I am having a glass of wine. This is Gnarly Head. I don't love it. It's very alcohol-y. Like, you can taste that burn, not taste the burn, you can feel the burn and taste the alcohol, like rubbing it. It's not my favorite. Yeah, it's not my favorite. Apothic is my favorite, so I don't know why I keep trying other wines. I have most of my decor up, nothing up there. I know, boring. And we're just starting out Vlogmas. So yeah, today's Vlogmas Day 1, but today is technically, I don't know if tomorrow is actually technically the 1st of December yet. Wednesday's the 3rd because I have a meeting with my direct support coordinator. Yeah, so I guess tomorrow's the 1st. My birthday's in 11 days. I have a CPR class the day before my birthday for work. So welcome to Vlogmas 2025.